Fertco are innovators in nutrient efficiency, providing high-quality, innovative products and service to the New Zealand primary industry while focusing on nutrient efficiency and sustainability. The Fertco value proposition to farmers has three aspects to it: to improve the efficiency of fertiliser use in order to increase farmers' profitability, while at the same time protecting our environment; to continually innovate and develop fertilisers and animal nutritional products that address farmers' challenges; to provide superior service to all agricultural and horticultural customers.
Fertco was founded in 1999 by a group of enthusiastic farmers that wanted to see the fertiliser industry approached from a fresh angle. Since that time, Fertco has concentrated quite heavily on nutrient efficiency and also product innovation. Our reward is seeing these philosophies put into place down on the farm and making a real difference.
In the 1800s, the New Zealand fertiliser industry was born, with the supply of sulphur from White Island and guano from the Pacific. The Carl family have farmed this block near Ohaupo for over 125 years. Production on the Carl property peaked under the Fertco Dical program in 2005 at 92,000 kilograms of milk solids. Recent years have seen the introduction of some feed supplements, but when these are considered, production averages 1,000 to 1,100 kilograms per hectare.
We've been able to increase milk production from around about 800 kilograms per milk solids to between 1,000 and 1,200. And with our level of inputs into the farming program, I'm quite happy with that level of production.
From 2001 to 2007, Dical phosphate was applied at MAF recommended rates of 50 to 55 kilograms per hectare. The greater phosphate efficiency of Fertco's Dical is evident on the Carl property, with a dramatic increase in Olsen P over the past decade. This now translates into the Carls applying less phosphate as Dical to maintain fertility and production.
Well, for a long time we applied conventional fertilisers and the Olsen P levels seem to be remaining static. Since using Dicalcic, we've lifted those Olsen P levels, and now to a point where, with the expensive cost of fertiliser, we've been able to cut back on the amount of phosphate applied.
pH over the past years has also been maintained by using Dical, another cost saving.
It has led to increased efficiency and lower costs.
Ross also notices other benefits by using Fertco Dical products. These include urea reduced from 20 tonnes to 6 tonnes from 2008 in conjunction with meal feeding, no down cows in the spring after 3 years of Dical use. Vets rang to see why they were no longer required.
The vet wanted to know why our September account was so low, and I put that down to the fact we didn't need them out to treat downer cows. I think our Dicalcic program contributed to the fact that the cows were getting sufficient amounts of calcium in their system, and it just virtually eliminated downer cows on the farm. And that's continued now probably for the last 8 years.
In summary for the Carl property, Olsen P levels increased markedly compared to maintenance levels applied, pH maintained without additional lime, animal health dramatically improved, urea use reduced by 70%, greater efficiency, better animal health, greater profit and higher fertility equals happy farmer.
Since using the Dicalcic program, it's dramatically reduced the stress on our farming program with far better animal health, increased soil fertility, and it's been far less stressful farming in the last 10 years.
Post-World War II, the application of fertiliser became commonplace, and the technology of manufacture and spreading developed quickly as demand increased. Neville and Julia Phillips are sheep and beef farmers in the Marakopa Valley on the coast west of Te Kuiti. The family farm was established in 1919 by Neville's grandfather. The farm is 551 hectares, of which 480 is effective. 5,000 stock units are run over the property, which consists of mostly rolling to steep hill country and 60 hectares of floodplain flats. Neville has been using Fertco fertiliser for the past 10 years and comments on the changes he has noticed.
On the flats, it's grown really well. I've had sustainable growth. It's just kept going, especially with the Dicalcic and the G-lime. And it's especially noticeable on the hills because I've just seemed to have more pasture on the hills than we used to have. Maybe it's because I've changed the way I've farming a little bit, but the return, there's more growth, the animals are doing better, I know my ewes are producing well. I still stretch the limits a little bit, but the Dicalcic seems to be, with the G-lime, is holding really, really well. And the ewes are getting back in lamb. I have a high in-lamb ratio, and my lambing percentages, I'm quite blessed with that.
Since making the change to a Dicalcic phosphate program, Neville has noticed productivity increases. The key to Neville's success, beside product changes, has been a comprehensive soil testing program that allows Fertco to tailor-make blends specifically suited to the property. Different areas are tested individually, and Neville's objectives and goals are taken into consideration when designing a fertiliser program.
I feel that having different blends of fertiliser with using tailor-made for a specific soil test result has been really a good thing, so that we could get the result out of the pasture that was really required.
One of the many benefits of a Dicalcic fertiliser program that Fertco customers often comment on is an improvement in animal health. Neville has also noticed this. Because of the geographic location of Neville's farm, fertiliser efficiency is also important and is addressed in the fertiliser program.
I'm extremely happy with how things are going, especially with the fertiliser from Fertco, the Dicalcic and the G-lime, especially the G-lime, because to put on the volumes of fertiliser either in a phosphate form or in lime, the cost would be so much higher putting it on in individual form. But to have it mixed and on the ground and seeing a very quick response, to me, gives me contentment, and I'm blessed to see that grow, the grass growing and the animals doing so well. That's what it's all about.
Post-World War II, the vast majority of New Zealand's phosphate was sourced from Nauru Island in the Pacific. The discovery of cadmium in the Nauru phosphate meant this was no longer an option. On the Hauraki Plains, Alec and Margaret White run a 67 effective hectare dairy farm near Springdale. They have been Fertco clients for 10 years. Production over the White property in Springdale has been, on average, 76,000 kilograms of milk solids. This equates to 1,140 kilograms per hectare. The Whites do use some supplementary feed, therefore production without this would be 1,050 kilograms per hectare. Based on MAF and nutrient budget recommendations, the White property should require a maintenance P input of 55 kilograms per hectare per annum. Using Fertco Dical product, the Whites have increased Olsen P while only using an average of 33 kilograms Dicalcic P per hectare. This phosphate efficiency equates to a big cost saving.
Well, basically what we're doing now is using a lot less Ps than MAF recommend, and it's kept our cost down considerably over the last 10 years.
Fertco's Dical is more efficient than other forms of P. Since using Dical, available soil aluminium levels on the property have fallen dramatically. This has resulted in less phosphate retention and therefore less phosphate required to maintain Olsen P and production. pH levels on the farm have also been maintained with the use of Fertco's Dical and a small application of G-lime.
Well, it's certainly reduced our costs considerably because we don't have to supply and put on bulk amount of limes per year. So we have achieved that with the product from Fertco.
A brief summary of what the Whites have been able to achieve with the Fertco Dical fertiliser program. Olsen P increased despite P applications being less than MAF recommended levels. Phosphate inputs trending downwards. pH being raised with small applications of G-lime. Aluminium levels falling, suggesting Dical is more efficient than soluble phosphates. Greater phosphate efficiency, better animal health, greater profit and higher fertility equals another happy farmer.
My share milk is telling me we have a great animal health program on the farm after using the Fertco products. The Fertco mixes seem to be working for us.
All of New Zealand's nutrients are now brought in from offshore, meaning the efficiency of fertiliser use in New Zealand agriculture is vital for the sustainability of New Zealand farming. Tom Heaney is the owner-operator of EHC Contractors, a kiwi fruit management company based in Te Puke. Horticulture is a big part of Fertco's business, and in this particular industry, Fertco differentiate themselves primarily through the use of dicalcic phosphate and a superior service program.
I have been with Fertco probably about 8 years now. I've been using their products, and what appeals to me is it's the good service from my consultant, the tailor-made packages, and that just delivers an all-round package that we can use in the orchard and help to produce better crops.
Tom enjoys regular visits from his Fertco consultant Bruce, where they discuss not only the fertiliser program, but the crops and soil's well-being throughout the growing season on the many orchards Tom manages.
A good fertiliser program plays a large part in achieving good results in an orchard. It's one step of many that need to be done right to achieve a good end result. And I believe with the fertiliser we're using, it is helping us achieve larger than and higher yields than industry average.
Because EHC oversee many orchards over many different locations, it is important that each individual orchard has its own specific monitoring and testing regime. It then has a fertiliser program put in place to meet both Tom's and the orchard owner's production requirements.
Through my management company, I've developed a large greenfield development for a client. It was basically a 60-hectare canopy kiwi fruit block. And we've had some challenges through that period. The block's been heavily contoured in places, soils have been knocked around, and through Fertco, through good soil testing, we've tailored products for each individual area, and we've just slowly built up soil, conditioned the soil through results to achieve an end product that we're happy with now.
The service Tom receives from his Fertco consultant is extremely important to him. But also having a fast, efficient and reliable blending and dispatch facilities available is a valued factor. Because there are many orchards involved in Tom's business, having accurate administration helps retain Tom's business with Fertco.
Someone will come out, do the soil samples, do the recommendation, and deliver it in a package that's well laid out, that we can go over and we can make our decisions on from there. Thanks, Bruce. Yeah. Right, catch up again. Fertco certainly does this for me. Bruce provides excellent service with the helping of Fertco behind him, and yeah, everything runs very smoothly.
Thank you for taking the time to learn more about Fertco. Call us on 0800 Fertco anytime and we will arrange for one of our consultants to visit you for a no-obligation on-farm discussion about your fertiliser needs. Fertco, the land knows the difference.